Grand Risings, Grand Risings, Grand Risings. Peace, what it do? This Nicki C in the place to be, and this is Coffee with C. And I know y'all see my interesting title, Coffee with Nicki C, Lost in the Sauce. There's a whole bunch of people out here lost in the sauce to me. I'm not trying to get lost in the sauce with their ass, though. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not doing that because I can see a whole bunch of shit going on. And before it gets worse, I get away from it. And that's how you stop yourself from getting lost in the sauce. It's levels to getting lost in the sauce and all that good shit. Let me see if anybody popping up in here. Let me set up my chat. See what's going on out here. Anyway, this morning my reflection was that a lot of this shit is crackhead tendencies to me. Like, I'm looking at this shit like, for real, it's really people our age doing the shit they doing. There's gotta be some other type of shit going on. Gotta be. I don't even know. I can't even explain this shit that the way I'm looking at it. I can't even explain it. Like, come on now. If you keep repetitively doing stuff, it's insanity, first of all. Second of all, if you continue trying to convince somebody and all this other shit, that just reminds me of a crackhead. I know about the crackheads and the way they get down because I've been around all this time. 30 years of having to deal with people and their manipulative bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And once you figure out if that's what they're doing, it's time to walk away from that shit. Peace, what it do? God, I see you, Huey P. I see you. I keep missing your lives because I keep on having to do work. And this is the only time that I'm pretty much free to just be either on somebody else's live or on my own. But right now I'm talking about people being lost in the sauce, getting caught up in bullshit when they can be on some real shit, when they could actually be progressing in their own lives. See, when somebody keep on trying to insert you in some bullshit and keep bringing your name up in bullshit, they just trying to pull you away from your true destiny and off the path that you're on. This morning, I had a vision of the path, and I was walking on a path, and it was just clear. I was just walking and turning when I had to turn, going straight when I had to go straight, making a left, making a right. See, that's what life is all about, getting to where we need to go. But as long as we keep letting these people on lower frequencies engage with us, we in for a rude awakening. We in for a setback, to me, you know, and I have people around my life that are considered my friends that I care about, and I continue to try to guide them in the right direction as much as I can because I already know I've already gotten stuck behind some bullshit. I really have. I've already gotten stuck. I've already been lost in the sauce. That's why I can get up here and put this title up here and say lost in the sauce. Sometimes you get lost in the sauce and your ass can't get found again. So if there's somebody urging you and begging you to please, please don't go in there, don't go. Don't go. Don't keep going. Who cares what they think? Who cares what anybody thinks about you? If you got to walk away from this YouTube shit, walk away from this bullshit. It don't matter. It don't mean nothing because it's something better for you somewhere else. That's what it means. When things are not going according to plan and there's continuous chaotic behavior around you, everything is chaos, that means you ain't supposed to be doing that shit anyway. Not like that. You're not supposed to be doing it like that. When the path is not clear like the one I visualized today. When the path is clear, you are on the right road. But when you got all these things being thrown at you from this way, from that way, that means that you need to step back and reevaluate what you're doing and take your ass another direction. It's simple. You can't force nothing. Everything ain't for everybody. I just feel like what has happened is people have gotten access to cameras, haven't gotten access to a platform such as this. They ain't never had nothing like this in their life. They have access to the world. They have access to do something great, but they don't know nothing. There's no greatness within them. They don't have nothing great. So instead of being great and pushing out greatness, they are on some low frequency bullshit, trying to pull the next man down. Whoever they can pull down, they're going to pull down. If you let them. I've said it over and over again. When I am in my universe, I am the ruler of it. I am the one that is in charge of what goes on here. In my universe, the earthquake didn't affect me. Everybody calling, oh, you all right? Is everything okay? Yes, everything is okay. It's copacetic over here. Yeah, we felt the little earthquake. And you know what? I'm not going to feed no energy into it because as long as you're scared, that's going to make the shit bigger the next time if you keep being scared about it. Huey, yeah, Huey, you taught me something. I know. I learned something back there with y'all. And it's not that I learned nothing. It's like it was already within me. I just had to search inside myself for it, for the answers, for the blueprint, for the way to go. And all I can do is try to send these messages to other people around me. But at the end of the day, I can only operate with the people that are on the same frequency as me. And if you continue to not be on the same frequency as me, as much as I care about you, I can't fuck with you. I got to move around. The universe is not going to allow me to engage and intermingle with people who are not there with me. I'm wasting my time at that point. So let's stop being lost in the sauce. Let's stop letting people do crackhead moves on us because that is what it is. That's what I see. That's what I fucking see is people with these low frequency behaviors that people are letting it bother them. I can't let that shit bother me. I did let something bother me before. I will admit that I did because I still, for the life of me, didn't understand. But that was me months before now. Now it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. And I've also been very observant of what's going on around me. And I've seen all these behaviors that I now understand. I understand what it is to be collectivistic. You know, you want to be with the group and you want to do what the group does. You want to go around whatever they saying. You want to go flag people. You want to go back and forth talking about people. You are part of a cult when you do that kind of shit. If you can't be an individual and make decisions according to you, then that means you're part of a cult. Point blank and period. It's the truth. Especially when you have to follow behind other people and to get your validity of you know what I'm saying? To be validated, you got to be with this group. You got to feel like you're part of the popular people. You know what? I ain't never wanted to be a part of the popular people. I'm myself. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Just like in my classroom, we were asked to do we were asked to do a a paper, and the paper was supposed to be about a culture. I picked a culture I wanted to talk about. I felt that it was a need for this. I knew that everybody else was gonna go with the traditional shit. They was gonna go with the cultural talks they wanted to talk about. They want to talk about the black people, the Mexican people. They want to talk about the Chinese people, the Asians, or whatever. I didn't want to talk about that. I wanted to talk about a culture that I recognize that's happening right before me, and that's the YouTube culture. And I wanted to use every element that I learned in my class to have an explanation for the behaviors that I see every day. And I did that. I did that very easily. My teacher don't agree with it because he wants the traditional stuff. But I told him he did not ask me to do anything specific. You said talk about a culture and talk about the behaviors and the values of the people. And I did. I did just that. Because I feel like the people value being friends with other people, or they feel like they must not have no friends for real in real life because they on here looking for that validation that they not getting in their real life. That's not why I was here. I was here because I've always been here on YouTube, probably since it started. I never did my channel. I did my channel back earlier, but then when I came back to do my channel, I had I used another email and I ended up with this channel. I already have a channel. So I never thought of it as a way to be, to antagonize nobody or be a bully towards people or any of that. I just thought of it as a way for me to express myself. If I had to express myself about something or a topic or something, that's what I thought it was about. I didn't know it was about getting and building this type of community that has been built right before our eyes. It's a community. This is a community, y'all. Everybody has a community. Monica spoke about it on her channel, that her channel was her community, and that's true. It's so true. Which community do you belong to? Do you have your own community? Are you creating a community? Are you a part of a community? Which community are you a part of? Are you a part of the community that wants to defame people and talk shit about people? Or are you a part of something that's positive, like the Huey P movement that's going on, where my brother is out here building a city and coming together, learning more about himself and trying to show people the way to go that is positive? What community are you a part of? That's the question. What do you want to be associated with? Is another question that I want to ask. Do you want to be associated with the bullying and the bullshit, or you want to be associated with a greater movement? It's totally up to you, but don't get lost in the sauce while you're doing this, because you can get lost in the sauce. If you want to deal with that shit like that, go ahead. By all means, go ahead. But at the end of the day, everybody don't want to be a part of that bullshit. Everybody don't want their name in no bullshit. And you gonna fuck around and say the wrong thing about the wrong person, and it's gonna get worse because this shit is very dangerous. You don't even know who the fuck you're talking to half of the time. You don't know if that person on the other side of the damn avatar who it is. It could be the man next door to you fucking with you. Because somehow he has found out that you have a YouTube channel. And now he's going to do everything in his power to make your life a living hell. So it's like the authorities might tell you to leave this place if you start complaining to them about the harassment that's going on. They'll tell you to get off this shit because it's not that fucking important. It's not. If it becomes dangerous for you, why would you want to keep being here? That's my question. Why would you want to stay somewhere where you didn't feel safe? You have to make it safe for you. And by doing that, you create your own universe on here. You engage who you want to engage. Those that you do not engage do not exist. Period. Let me fill up my coffee, y'all. Did y'all got y'all coffee? Because I got mine. Huh? We just sitting here listening. That's fine. Y'all can listen. My grandbaby in here, y'all, up in the house. They getting a whiff of what I be doing over here. They don't know what I be doing because I be in my world, in my universe. In my own universe. Where I'm the ruler at. Where I make the moves and I call the shots over here. Can't nobody come over here and tell me shit. I call the shots here in my house, here on my channel, at my job. I am the boss. I'm that boss. Straight up. And I say that with confidence. Because everything that I do exudes that shit. Everything I do. I make boss moves every day. Moves. And I suggest some of you make moves. Whoever's listening that's not making no moves, which I know my brother Huey P makes all kind of moves because he been making moves. But whoever's here listening, I suggest you make those moves for your life. Because a lot of the stuff that I see resembles a crackhead that has gotten a camera and has tried to manipulate the situation like I've seen so many times in real life. Like in real life, I've been bamboozled by crackheads, especially when I was younger. It was this one time we had ran our phone bill up sky high. I was grown. My brother was grown. We was grown, but my mama was still there. And our phone bill was ran all the way up to the point where Moms was like, I ain't paying that phone bill. I don't need no phone. That's y'all. Y'all, this is, in the beginning where, I'm working jobs, but I'm not really getting that much money and stuff. And of course, I want to do what I want to do with the money I am getting. So there was this lady in the neighborhood that knew one of my brother's friends, and she was like, well, I could turn your phone on. This lady could turn your phone on. She could give her $35 and she'll get the phone hooked up. She gonna hook it up for you. This lady came over there and started talking to me, telling me what she was gonna do, went in the back of the building, showed me where she was gonna put the wiring in. She was showing me where she's gonna put the wiring in and everything. I think I gave her the money. And she told me the phone was gonna come on a certain day. However, the phone never came on. So you see, she had a great presentation. A wonderful presentation, but at the end of the day, it didn't add up to shit. I didn't get anything out of it at the end. So I invested my money. I've invested some of my time because I listened to her bullshit. And at the end of the day, we had to wait till Mama got the phone back on, or when she got ready to have us a phone again. So beware of what you invest your time in and don't get lost in the sauce. I mean, think about it. Think about the sauce and all the different things you put in sauce. You might put up some onions in there. You might put some bell peppers in it. You might put some meat. It might be some meat sauce, some sausage. But when it gets down to it, you got to find all those things in the sauce. Sometimes you can't find nothing else because it ain't got lost in there. So, man, I'm just saying though. I had a headache this morning. I had to get on up and get this coffee in me because sometimes, I drink coffee really, really early, like 6, 7 in the morning. And today I was lingering around and my head started hurting. It's better now that I have my coffee though. Monica Mo Justice in the building. What's up, Mo? I see Monica and Huey and three people are in the bleachers. You know how I feel about y'all. I love y'all in the bleachers. What it do? What it do? So that's really what I came here for. That's what I came to say. I don't have really nothing else to say. That was what was on my mind this morning. I've talked about the path that I visualized. I had a vision of a path, and on the path it was clear. And I was going straight when I needed to, making left when I needed to, making rights when I needed to. I saw the grass on the sides of the path. It was nice, and that just lets me know that I'm on the right path. I just need to keep going and keeping my mind where it is because I need to make sure that I'm dealing with the right kind of frequencies. And I want that for everybody. I want everybody to realize when things are not going smooth. I know, yeah, you're gonna run into different type of obstacles, but when things are not just happening in sequence the way they should be happening, then it's something wrong, and it's time to look, take a step back and look at it and see what direction you need to go in. And with that being said, this is Nicki C. I'm in the place to be, live from Riverside, California. And y'all know what I want y'all to do. At this time, I want y'all to make moves. Peace, and I'm out.